Is trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 4:30.
Now at 4:30, appeal repeal. The shocking decision from a man convicted of a quadruple murder and what it could mean for his fate. Plus, business in distress, what a local business owner is doing to survive in this harsh economy and how the community is helping out. And back to school bash, what a group of local barbers is doing to help kids get ready for the classroom. But first tonight, southeast Nebraska engulfed in that dangerous heat. That means some people around Lincoln might not be getting any food brought out to them today. The food bank postponing their mobile food distribution, which is scheduled for this afternoon, but they're canceling it due to the extreme heat today. They were set to do that at Cedar Bluffs and at Capital City Christian Church, but again, that's not happening anymore. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. The weekend heat spilling now over into the start of our work week, but hopefully there's an end in sight. I feel like that's all anyone can talk about right now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins for our first forecast. Rusty?
And I'll talk about this in just a second. First, just got a severe thunderstorm warning for Chase and Hayes County. This goes until 4:15 Mountain Time, 5:15 Central Time. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, a possibility for Chase and Hayes County. So we'll get to that radar here in just a second to show you that. First, extreme heat warnings and heat advisories through tonight, 10 o'clock. Then things will start to improve. Just so you make you feel a little better, we're not alone. There's a whole lot of it out there. Temperatures just on the hot side, middle and upper 90s, 100s, 100 in Beatrice, dew points in the 80s in some spots in central Nebraska. So the heat index is way up there, which we'll look at in a second. There's the severe thunderstorm warning I was talking about. That is the severe thunderstorm warning in place for the next half hour to, well, what time is it? 4:30, 45 minutes. Hail, damaging wind as this slowly makes its way to the east. So it's something we'll keep an eye on. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Well, people in Lincoln finding ways to deal with the heat. Take a look here. They're also saving some money maybe on electric bills. Citizen journalist Melanie showing us how she's using her ceiling fan up at full speed to keep the indoor temperatures down. And as you can see there also, she's pulling those curtains closed, keeping the sun and heat away. You can also let us know how you're handling the hot weather, whether you're indoors like Melanie, or even if you're finding ways to cool off outside. You can simply scan that QR code on your screen, download the app, and send in a video. Breaking now, the man accused of killing 4 university students in Idaho changing his plea. Brian Koberger is now wanting to take back his guilty plea. Koberger filing a petition to reopen the case in a district court. He is blaming his guilty plea on, quote, false promises and wrong information. He is accused of fatally stabbing 4 college roommates back in 2022. Last year, he was convicted after publicly admitting to the murders. A change of plea now means he could possibly face trial. If we learn anything new, we'll let you know. Only on 8, Lincoln scoring high as one of the safest cities here in the country. Smart Asset releasing their findings on America's safest mid-sized cities. They looked at several markers centered around crime rates in 83 cities that are all about our size. Our capital city is listed among the top 10. Coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, find out exactly where our city stands. You can also hear from Lincoln Police and find out what they say they've been doing to make this ranking possible and how big of a role the community plays in keeping our city safe. Happening tonight, Lincoln's budget makes its first official appearance in front of the Lincoln City Council. It'll be only the first discussion, so no vote will be taken today. All the items on the nearly $317 million budget are included in tonight's agenda. That's about a 5% increase from the previous fiscal year. The mayor says she's looking to boost health and safety and the infrastructure of our city. Tonight, council members are set to approve a public hearing for the budget next Monday, August 3rd. They will vote on it on August 24th. New information today on the war with Iran. Sources telling ABC News President Trump has held off on a major escalation, but the decision is raising questions. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the details.
After unrelenting strikes against Iran for weeks, a quiet night in the Middle East. As sources tell ABC News, President Trump has put off a major escalation with Iran for now. The sources saying Trump was prepared Friday to okay a series of attacks, but Trump holding off after a meeting with top advisors, sources say, to explore diplomacy. Sources saying top officials also discussed the impact a major escalation could have on the Pentagon's depleting stockpile of air defense interceptors.
I think this is more of a tactical pause, meaning that it's about rearming, refueling, and refitting, rather than any kind of indication that we're going to make a breakthrough here.
President Trump denying depleting munitions are a problem, telling the Wall Street Journal, quote, "We have far more munitions than anyone in the world and far more than we need." But despite the administration's hopes for diplomacy, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson today claiming publicly there are, quote, "no negotiations with America." Iran, meanwhile, saying it made progress after talks with Oman over managing ship traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. Oil ships there have faced repeated attacks from Iranians throughout the war, driving up prices.
And with this fighting pause, oil prices sinking back down nearly 8%, but the price for a gallon of gas still averaging above $4 a gallon, according to Gas Buddy, up more than 10 cents since last week. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Andrew Ward. The war in Iran causing a drastic increase in gas prices across the country and here at home. According to Gas Buddy's latest reports, Lincoln saw a nearly 30-cent increase in prices just in the last week. We're now sitting at $4.04 a gallon on average. Many of our citizen journalists showing us $3.99 a gallon just about there on our Now Local News app. Gas Buddy says Nebraska's average is still below $4 a gallon at $3.96, but the national average is well above $4 again. Gas Buddy says it could have been much worse.
New at 4:30, a Lincoln woman is behind bars accused of setting things on fire inside an apartment. According to Lincoln Police, officers and firefighters were sent out to an apartment complex off of South 1st Street on Saturday. They say someone there reported that 27-year-old Alandria Bohannon had intentionally lit items on fire on the stovetop. Another person quickly putting out the flames before then calling authorities. We're not yet sure what the relation is between the two of them or if they both lived in that apartment. We'll let you know if we hear any new details on what happened. Well, back to school is right around the corner. Many community organizations are helping make it easier on families. Visionary Youth is one of them. They're running a school drive to collect supplies for kids around the city. The nonprofit is also planning an event this weekend. We've covered it before. Kids can go and get free haircuts and some items to help get them ready to go back into the classroom. They're working alongside a group of barbers and stylist volunteers. This morning, our morning anchor, Andrew Ward, sitting down in studio here with one of the barbershop owners to talk about why they're wanting to help families.
We have amazing barbers and stylists that are in the community and that at College of Hair Design that will be supplying haircuts, and we'll be giving out backpacks, school supplies, essential needs, socks, underwear, things to get these kids and the youth ready for the big day.
Look good, study good, right? That's the idea?
Look good, feel good, perform better. That's the motto.
Now, I've been out there to cover this event before, and it is awesome. Those kids always walk out with a huge smile on their face. This is the 14th year of their free back-to-school event for the community. It's on Sunday this weekend at the College of Hair Design on South 11th Street. And here at Channel 8, we're also helping kids get ready for back to school. Our supply drive with Lincoln Public Schools is this Thursday. It goes from 6 in the morning to 6 at night here at our station just south of 10th and Van Dorn Streets. You can stop by to meet our team and drop off any new supplies you pick up that can help a student in need. If you scan the QR code there on your screen, you can see what items are needed the most. But of course, any donations are appreciated. We'd love to see you. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more news coming up for you, including cost concerns for a local small business, why a local restaurant is having a hard time keeping their doors open, and how the community is responding to the cry for help. And coming up all new at 5, heading home, Nebraska rescuers preparing for their return to Lincoln after a challenging mission. Find out what they accomplished during their time in Texas. We'll be right back. With back to school right around the corner, families are reevaluating their budgets. Parents are looking for ways to stretch every dollar as they tackle back to school shopping. And we're looking at some ways to help parents save money before the first bells ring. ABC's Elizabeth Schultz shows us that.
The first week of school can set the tone for the entire year. But with high inflation, many parents are looking for ways to stretch their back to school budget. Smart shopping expert Trey Bodge says the first step is sitting down with your kids to talk about wants, needs, and what the family can afford.
So maybe it's an expensive pair of sneakers, and then you want to collaborate with them about how those sneakers can happen. Whether it's they buy the sneakers and everything else is secondhand or hand-me-downs, or maybe they contribute some of their allowance to that purchase, and then you cover the rest.
Once those expectations are set, she says it's time to take advantage of the deals that stores are offering, like $5 backpacks and $3 lunch bags at Target, 50% off kids' clothes at Old Navy, and low-cost school supplies at Walmart, like a box of crayons just for 50 cents. To save even more, Bodge recommends signing up for store loyalty programs. And before clicking buy, check for extra savings online through verified promo code websites like dealseek.com.
They find hidden verified promo codes for Amazon that can be applied right at checkout. And the savings are as deep as up to 50%. And they can often be included with other Amazon promotions.
And don't forget about student discounts, especially for expensive tech like laptops. One last bit of advice. Don't spend your entire budget. Set aside some cash for after school starts.
And inevitably, your kids are going to go to school. They're going to come back asking for this trendy pair of jeans that everyone's wearing. And if you've already burned through your budget, you're not going to be able to accommodate that request.
And there's another reason to wait. Experts say that some of the best clearance sales tend to pop up after classes are underway. Elizabeth Schultz, ABC News, Washington.
Now to a story only on 8. A local small business owner is facing tough times, and the owner says it's thanks to the state of the economy.
Good afternoon. I'm Emma Norwood. I'm just outside of Smoking Gun Jerky here, where they posted to social media today sounding the alarm. They're a small business, and they say that rising costs are really affecting their business. Coming up tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock, I got to speak with the owner about what that looks like for them. They say that costs have really doubled, and they're not seeing as many customers due to the economy and what people can afford. He also talks about the support that he's already seen just from recently putting out that post and what that means to him.
New at 4:30, a Midwestern battle is set for Husker basketball. The Nebraska men's team will be facing Kansas State in a matchup at Big Iron Events Center in Grand Island this fall. The Huskers taking on the Wildcats. It will serve as a major economic opportunity for Grand Island and Central Nebraska, according to the Big Iron Events Center director. Right now, we don't know tip-off time yet, but as soon as we do, you will be the first to know. Dangerous heat blanketing Lincoln and southeast Nebraska. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins with our full forecast. Rusty?
Really all of Nebraska too. I mean, it's we're not alone. There's a big chunk of the middle part of the country that is under these heat alerts. And we're also seeing some severe weather. Severe thunderstorm warning for Chase and Hayes County. This goes until 5:15 Central Time, 4:15 Mountain Time. Hail and some damaging wind associated with that, and lots of lightning too. Zoom way out, some very light rain into parts of the Panhandle, some isolated storms just on the fringe there. Most of the state is quiet right now. Some storms over here into parts of Iowa. Outside 48th and Cornhusker Highway, not a good day to be outside if you have to work, and if you do, hopefully you took a break every 5 minutes. It's just, that's how warm it is out there. Lots of sunshine. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, ABC Seamless. Precipitation wise, continuing to try to keep up. We're just under an inch for how far behind we are. We're at 17.15. We should be at 18.12, so we're close. There's some areas that are way far behind. Last 24 hours, well, we were in the 100s yesterday. We only dropped to 79 this morning. That's part of the problem. Heat, humidity, okay, that, you know, it's summer, we can deal with that. It's when we don't cool off enough to kind of recover and be able to just kind of regain our strength. So we dropped to around 80 and then quickly jumped right back up into the 90s for a good portion of the day. So it's a struggle when we can't cool off much, and we're not going to cool off much tonight either. 99 by 6 p.m. and then eventually dropping into the lower middle 80s by 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it is going to be another very warm overnight. 97 in Lincoln right now. We're at 100 in Beatrice. 103 in McCook is the hot spot. The heat index, unfortunately, the dew points are really high. We have 70 to near 80 degree dew points, so the heat index is at 108, 118, 109, 116, 150, just really dangerous levels there. So if you have to be out and about, check on the people who are vulnerable to the heat and the humidity, the very old, very young, your pets, just anybody really. Forecast for tonight, I think we'll drop into the 60s, 70s, middle 70s for us, maybe even the upper 70s. And then highs tomorrow, better, only 90. That's exactly where we're supposed to be this time of year. So I think after today, the heat starts to subside a little bit. Still hot, but not as hot as it has been for several days.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Now, as we all know, this heat has been causing a lot of troubles for people. Hickman Bar and Grill shutting its doors today, saying the temperatures are just too much. They say this is the hottest summer they can remember having so far. Their kitchen staff pushed through this past Saturday, but they say they won't ask them to do it again because it really took a toll on all their employees. Coming up tonight at 5, we're speaking with the owner. You can hear what steps they're taking to keep everyone safe and avoid future shutdowns due to the hot weather. Well, a massive manhunt is underway in Seattle after a deadly weekend shooting.
I'm being told that the suspect may have an automatic weapon.
A gunman opening fire at a food festival, killing 3 people and injuring 4 others, including a child in Seattle. Vendors set up and families enjoying the evening when gunfire sent crowds running for cover. First responders rushing to the festival, attempting to revive 2 victims, but both declared dead on the scene.
It was very scary, and like after the whole thing was over, and we're just waiting for the police to come, and we're just looking at each other like, how are we still alive? Like, how did we make it through that?
Police say they have a suspect in custody, but another person is still on the loose. They believe those people were likely shooting at each other. Coming up after the break, a cancer lifeline. How a groundbreaking drug at Nebraska Medicine is opening new doors for people battling advanced pancreatic cancer. And coming up all new at 5, shelters shutting down. What is pushing multiple pet shelters here in central Nebraska to close their doors for good as the need for permanent homes is on the rise? We'll be right back. Right now, a pill is being offered at Nebraska Medicine in Omaha, and some are calling it a cancer miracle. In an emotional interview, former U.S. Senator Ben Sasse talks about death and living with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. While he is dying from the disease, a drug is helping him and other patients who are out of options to live a little longer. Mandy Gaither explains.
Right at bedtime, I take my few hundred milligrams of daraxonrasib.
He knows he's dying, but with this experimental pill, former U.S. Senator Ben Sasse is able to spend a little more time with his wife and children, something that advanced pancreatic cancer hasn't allowed before.
Cancer has been thought to be undruggable.
Daraxonrasib is definitely a game changer.
At the Fred and Pamela Buffett Cancer Center in Omaha, Nebraska, metastatic pancreatic cancer patients who are out of options now have access to the same drug that Sasse is taking through an expanded access program, which allows them to receive the investigational drug while it awaits review by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Dr. Kelsey Clute sees firsthand the difference this medication is making in patients' lives.
Not only are we seeing that this drug can more effectively control the cancer and help people live longer, but it's also doing that with less serious side effects and in a way that's helping manage their symptoms.
Daraxonrasib works by targeting something called RAS mutations. It's a protein that drives the growth of most pancreatic cancers. Clute says there's a lot of excitement about how these RAS inhibitors may be used in the future and if they can help other cancers.
Can we use them in earlier stages of cancer? Can we combine them with chemotherapy or other cancer treatments that might really harness the power, the efficacy of these drugs?
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, hot, hot, hot. I feel like we can't say it enough. It is dangerously hot out there, but could it be coming to an end here soon? Let's ask Rusty Dawkins.
The dangerous part of it, yes, it's still going to be summer heat over the next several days, just not the extreme summer heat like we've seen the last few days. Temperatures will eventually drop tonight into just the middle 70s, so still a warm start, but notice we don't get to 100. Yay us. It is still going to be very warm out there though. Upper 80s, lower 90s, dew points still a little high. Only the middle 70s once again, upper 60s, lower 70s, middle 70s early Wednesday. Then Wednesday afternoon, kind of another day right around normal, but still, I mean, this time of year, it is definitely a hot time of year. So middle and upper 80s, lower 90s. We need some cooler temperatures. And what cools you off faster than anything is rainfall. And you know what? We have quite a few chances. This is through Tuesday evening. Then this is through Wednesday evening, and then this is through Thursday evening. So we have chances every single day, very spotty, and this isn't going to be exact, but at least the potential is there for showers and thunderstorms over the next several days. But temperatures still near normal, near 90 for the next few days, so still hot.
Still hot, but it'll be a little bit better. Thank you, Rusty. Now that's going to do it for Channel 8 News at 4:30. Rod Fowler is coming up next, along with our team of reporters and our citizen journalists. We have a lot of news coming up for you at the top of the hour. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
There are trucks, and then there's the Sierra with employee pricing for everyone. With the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra. Leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Celebrate Independence Day with employee pricing for everyone on all GMC Sierra 1500 models. With 0% APR, that's over $13,000 total value on this Sierra 1500 Denali.
At Spectrum, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between speed, reliability, and value. That's why Spectrum fiber-powered internet gives you all three for just $40 a month. No contract, no commitment. And set up your internet in under 10 minutes. Spectrum fiber-powered internet delivers the most reliable internet for everything you do at home. Streaming, gaming, and connecting. Switch today and get Spectrum fiber-powered internet for just $40 a month. Call now or go online.
Which room in your home could use new flooring? Carpets Direct is your #1 source for all things floors, offering a wide variety of carpet, luxury vinyl, hardwood, laminate, and sheet vinyl flooring. Carpets Direct, South 48th Street, Lincoln.
Summer is calling at Duteau Subaru. With reliable performance and advanced safety features, there's a Subaru for every kind of adventure at Duteau. Right now, get 1.9% for 75 months on 2026 Outback models, or get 0.9% for 75 months on 2026 Subaru Ascent models. From road trips to weekend plans, Duteau has what you need. Become part of the Duteau family today. Online anytime at DuteauSubaru.com.
This is what summer was made for. 10 unforgettable days where roaring engines meet carnival lights, where exotic animals, barnyard favorites, and 4-H traditions come together. Plus live music all 10 nights. July 30th through August 8th, the Lancaster County Super Fair at Sandhills Global Event Center. Plan your day with our interactive map and schedule at superfair.org. Save with a BOGO admission coupon or $5 off grandstand tickets at Super Saver, Russ's Market, or U-Stop. The Lancaster County Super Fair, where good times grow.
The time to buy new furniture is now during Ernie's and Ceresco's mid-year sale and clearance. And we kid you not, this isn't just any sale and clearance. It's the best furniture and mattress values, period. We're making room for exciting new looks and styles. And to help get it done, Ernie's is making the savings as exciting as possible. And not just on a few things. Ernie's has twice the display and twice the selection, plus no interest for 18 months. Don't miss the mid-year sale and clearance. Going on now at Ernie's and Ceresco and Ernie's Mattress First, Lincoln.
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, ranking revealed.
We remain focused every day on ensuring Lincoln is a safe place.
And only on 8 exclusive, reaction from our law enforcement about where Lincoln ranks on the safest cities list. Also tonight, rescues need rescuing, how 2 great resources for animals in Grand Island are attempting to avoid shutting down. Also, out of the kitchen, the dangerous heat shuts down a Hickman Bar and Grill, how they plan to resolve the issue in order to reopen.
We are skating on thin ice right now.
And only on 8, what the multiple economic smoking guns are that are causing concern for smoking gun jerky. Only on 8 tonight, one local business is fighting to stay afloat. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. The rising costs of rent, insurance, and packaging are things no small business wants to see, and especially not all 3 of them going up all at once. But sadly, that's the reality for smoking gun jerky. Our Emma Norwood spoke with them today to learn how they're dealing with their economic struggles and what they're doing to get through it.
For 16 years, smoking gun jerky has been a staple in East Lincoln, but now they're struggling to keep the lights on.
We're not closing the doors, but we are skating on thin ice right now of which bills to pay this week, which bills to pay next week.
Rising costs for ingredients and day-to-day expenses, combined with a smaller amount of foot traffic, is squeezing the business from every direction. And it's forcing owner Ryan Hall to make some tough decisions.
Meat has doubled in price since COVID, which that's beef, talking about beef, and that's what we do, is beef. So that really hurts us. Packaging's gone up quite a bit, insurance has gone up, rent has gone up. You know, my employees, I need to give them more money to keep them. But at the same time, where's the money coming from?
Instead of giving up, Hall posting to social media, opening up about the struggles he's facing. That honesty sparking an outpouring of support.
I've had a gentleman come in and spend $100 just because he wanted to help us. Online orders, those are coming through right now. It's always great. Lincoln always really steps up to the plate to support small businesses when they know that they need the support.
Hall says every sale, like, comment, and share goes further than some realize. And while the future is uncertain, he's hopeful the recent support will help carry the store through this difficult time.
They just all need to know that we're struggling. And it's not just us, and it's not just the small business restaurants. It's everybody. So if you want to keep the small businesses alive in Lincoln, you have to support them, and not just this week.
Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Well, we are starting off the work week with dangerous heat. Once again, here's a live look from our tower cam. Our 3rd straight day of dangerous heat. marching right into the triple digits. It sounds like some, I use air quotes with that, some relief is on the way. Let's find out how much and check in with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty?
We got to get there first, and we have to get past this, which is extreme heat warning and a heat advisory in place through 10 p.m. So just a little bit longer, but it is still very hot out there. It even looks hot. Sunset at 8:48 can't come soon enough tonight. 98 degrees through 7 p.m. Still in the 90s by sunset and still in the middle 80s by 11 p.m. Lots of sunshine out there. A few clouds starting to show up, but right at 100 in Beatrice. Feels like 108 because of that 71-degree dew point. 90s for just about everybody, but a couple of 100s on the edges. Beatrice and Chatham both at 100 degrees. Look at those dew points. 80s. In Holdridge and Columbus. That is unreal. 78 degrees in Grand Island, 74 in Lincoln. So yeah, the heat index is 121. Come on. Ouch. That is incredible in Columbus, 109 in Lincoln, 108 in Beatrice, 111 in Grand Island. Some relief in the form of rainfall, but just one small strong to severe storm in Hayes County. This goes until 5:15, so just a few more minutes left on that with hail, damaging wind. It is slowly moving to the north and east. We do have more storm chances and some cool-ish air headed our way. That forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Rusty. The heat causing some problems over in Seward due to a heave in the roadway, possibly caused by the high temperatures. Graham Park Drive will be closed just east of 4th Street there, and crews will be assessing the damage and making preparations for repairs tomorrow morning. And the extreme heat taking its toll on businesses here in Lancaster County. Hickman Bar and Grill having to make a tough decision because of the high temperatures sizzling in their kitchen there. Channel 8's Skylar Sears spoke with the owner about what they're doing to keep everyone safe.
Mother Nature turning up the temperatures across Nebraska, forcing Hickman Bar and Grill to close up shop. Owner Joe Davis tells me unsafe working conditions left them no choice but to shut down until they can find a solution.
As soon as we turned on the fryers and the cooktop, we could tell that it was going to heat up pretty quick. The day went on, I'm going to say about 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock. We put a thermometer in there and it was about 140 on the cook line. And it was pretty much unbearable.
Davis says they're working with HVAC companies to find a remedy. Potential fixes include reworking the ducts or installing a larger rooftop unit. But for now, they're calling it quits until things cool down to keep everyone safe.
I would rather struggle in 3 days, to make the mortgage payment than I would lose my staff or let them struggle health-wise.
Davis says he appreciates the community's patience and understanding as they navigate tough times. Reporting in Hickman, Skylar Sears, Channel 8 News.
Right now, 2 Grand Island businesses fighting for their future and the animals they serve. Both Pete's Safari and Pet Sense are facing possible closure, and now they're turning to the community for help, hoping to continue their mission of serving our four-legged friends. Channel 8's Meg West joins us now with what's at stake and how local help could make all the difference for them. Meg?
Good evening, Rod. So far, over 7,300 people have signed this Change.com petition for Pete's Safari. That's a family-owned zoo. They're asking the mayor and city council of Grand Island to find practical solutions to help them stay open. Pete's Safari says the city is trying to shut them down by imposing what they call nearly impossible guidelines, such as tearing down and redoing many of the animal enclosures. Among a long list of costs the zoo says they simply can't sustain. The owners say they are governed by the USDA, but that the city is claiming that those regulations don't matter. They are asking the community to sign that petition and reach out to city officials, asking them to work with the zoo to find some practical solutions so they can keep the doors open and people can continue to enjoy the monkeys and zebras and other exotic animals they've come to know and love. And another business there in Grand Island, Pet Sense, may soon be closing as corporate Tractor Supply makes the decision to close around 75 Pet Sense locations, including this one. The Good Life Rescue in Grand Island posting on Facebook praising Pet Sense for allowing them to host adoption events and then urging community members to reach out to corporate customer service and ask them to keep this Grand Island location open, and urging the customers to continue shopping at the store and supporting them any way they can. And Pete Safari is also asking the community to show up tomorrow night at 7 for a city council meeting where they say the future of the zoo will be discussed. In the studio, Meg West, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you so much, Meg. Breaking now, the wife of the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator was shot in Virginia. Mia Bieniemy is in the hospital being treated for serious injuries from multiple gunshot wounds. Their son Elijah, who you see here on your screen, is under arrest and charged with malicious wounding, use of a firearm in a felony, and discharge of a firearm inside a dwelling.
Eric will work through it. He's got a great support group here, as does his family, as needed, and then we'll just let time take care of it from there. But Mia is stable, which is a plus, and so is Eric Jr., and that's all important.
No word yet on when the offensive coordinator will return to the Chiefs' practice. We'll keep you updated as we learn more about the nature of this particular shooting. Also breaking now, Nebraska Task Force 1 is heading home after more than a week on the ground in Live Oak County, Texas. Their personnel went door to door to more than 240 residents across more than 100 households. They delivered flood risk information, confirmed evacuation plans, and made sure no one got caught off guard by rising water on the local river there. Right now, we're officially under 100 days away from the midterm elections, so we asked you on our poll of the day on our website, KOKNTV.com, if the election was held today, which party would you most likely support? Our unscientific results showed 36% of you choosing to support a Republican candidate, 51% say Democrat, and 12% said you would support an independent candidate. Well, stay with us. We have more heading your way after the break, and a new batch of stories in our 6 o'clock newscast, including fatality increase. How many more firefighters have died from fatal injuries, and why some groups think the number is opposite of the real trend? We'll explain. And coming up after the break, only on 8, an exclusive reaction from the Lincoln Police Department to our city's ranking on the safest cities list. Find out where we ended up after the break.
Someone who gets your sense of style is appreciated, especially after being in a hospital gown all week. The Synergy Effect, brought to you by Synergy Home Care.
The Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, or OLLI, is for adults over 50 who love learning. Come to the OLLI Open House on August 7th at the UNL East Campus Union from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. to learn more. Sign up now at olli.unl.edu.
The Honda Summer event is going on now at Honda of Lincoln with store-wide savings on every new Honda. Choose from over 300 new Hondas and get financing from 1.99% APR. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. While they last, lease a new 2026 Honda Ridgeline RTL for just $399 a month. Come experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Whether you're a bird enthusiast or simply enjoy the sight and sounds of nature, our Enchanted Garden Wild Bird Seed will keep birds coming back. This 25-pound bag of wild bird food is a value of $17.79 after rebate. Breathe easier with Best Air Pleated Ultimate Allergen Air Filters. They trap larger airborne contaminants to keep allergens out of your home. Pick them up at a value of $14.99 each after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Pete Ricketts cut our taxes
big time
and provided billions in property tax relief.
Pete deployed forces to the border and always backs the blue.
He kept businesses open
and got kids back in school.
Now Pete's fighting just as hard in the Senate as he did as governor.
And he's giving them hell for Nebraska.
Thanks, Pete.
Thanks, Pete.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pete.
Thanks, Pete.
Our Senator, Pete Ricketts.
I'm Pete Ricketts, and I approve this message.
Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been serving the Lincoln community as a locally owned business for over 100 years. Stop by our showroom to find the latest deals on Lennox furnace and air conditioner replacements. Our licensed technicians will provide the comfort your home deserves.
The tip in the jar, the overtime check, the Social Security you paid into. You earned it. And Pete Ricketts wants you to keep more of it. That's why Ricketts cut taxes on tips, cut taxes on overtime, and cut taxes again on Social Security benefits. For working Nebraskans, Pete Ricketts never met a tax he didn't want to cut. Call Pete Ricketts
Thank him for protecting Nebraska paychecks and retirement.
It's not always about hitting the right notes. It's about a career in tune with your life. The Synergy Effect. Brought to you by Synergy Home Care.
Only on 8 tonight, our local law enforcement is reacting to a new study when it comes to safe cities. I want you to take a look at this map with me. We have Lincoln right there, and it's highlighted here in blue because Smart Asset is ranking us the 9th safest city in the U.S. The cities with blue dots rank in the top 10 as far as the safest, and the red dots rank in the top 10 least safe. You can see what they're ranking as the top 10 safest cities here. Virginia Beach holds the top spot. They're basing their data on things like violent crimes, property crimes, auto fatalities, and disaster risk. Our small amount of violent crimes keeps us high on this list. Now, if you're curious, and who isn't, right? Here's what they're ranking as the top 10 most dangerous cities in America. Memphis coming in at the top spot with high risk in all 4 categories. We talked to the Lincoln Police Department today about what it means to them to have Lincoln in the top 10 safest.
Progress like this reflects the dedication of our sworn and professional staff, strong partnerships with local organizations, and our commitment to community policing. We also recognize that our work is ongoing. LPD will continue advancing the strategies proven to keep Lincoln safe by strengthening relationships and maintaining proactive efforts to help prevent violence before it occurs. We remain focused every day on ensuring Lincoln is a safe place to work, live, and visit.
She adds that this ranking is something our entire community can be very proud of. And kids across Lincoln are looking for back-to-school supplies this year, and you can help them out. Our drive with LPS is this Thursday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at our station, out in the parking lot there, as always, just south of 10th and Van Dorn. That's where we're located. Just stop by and meet some of our team and drop off any new supplies that can help a student in need. If you scan the QR code there on your screen, you can see what items are needed the most, but of course, any donations are very much appreciated.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
A little good news, bad news. The good news is that the excessive heat is going to start to come to an end. The bad news is it's still out there right now. Some rain in parts of southwestern Nebraska and parts of western Nebraska. Right here, though, no severe thunderstorm warnings for now. There were just a little bit ago. So we'll go back to that here in a second. First, this. We got to get past this first. The extreme heat warning through tonight, 10 p.m. tonight, and then on the edges, the heat advisory through 10 o'clock this evening. So far today, the capital city has gotten to 99 degrees. We've hit 100 a couple of times in the last few days. So 99, we may get to 100 before it's all said and done. Just 9 degrees away from a record set back in 1930. The normal's 90s. I mean, it's not that far away. It's just when you add in all of the humidity and how long the heat stays. I mean, we don't cool off at night. We drop to around 80 and then jump back up into the 90s quickly. So yeah, we can deal with upper 90s. That's not the worst of it. It's just that this has been a very long, extended amount of time, and it's hard to recover from that. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy and just hot on our Barry Law Cam. We're at 99 in Lincoln, 100 in Beatrice, 100 also in Norfolk now, Valentine, Chadron, both at 101. A lot of heat out there. We have a lot of humidity too. I'll show you that in a second. I don't want to, but I'm going to. 100 in Beatrice, everybody else in the middle and upper 90s. This is the problem. When purples start to show up like this, and you're seeing 80s, 80 in Kearney, 81 in York, 82 in Columbus, that doesn't happen very often. So this is extremely high dew points, and that means there's a ton of humidity, and it just adds to what the heat index is. 118 in York right now, 111 in Grand Island, 121 in Columbus. So if you're out and about in this for too long, you can't sweat. There's too much moisture, so you sweat to cool off. And when you can't do that, heat illnesses set in fairly quickly, and you don't want that. That's an awful situation. A little bit of a breeze, but it's kind of like having a hair dryer pointed at your face. Doesn't really do you any good. Some storms off to our east. Those are fizzling quickly. Storms off to our west. A lot of lightning. This was severe for a little bit with some wind and some hail. That has since calmed down just enough that it's not severe, but it's still strong. I'm going to get rid of the lightning so you can see it. Once you start to see the purple show up, kind of like dew points, when you start to see purples, that's not a good thing. This means hail is starting to get big enough that we may see a warning out of that one south of Binkelman, just southwest of McCook. This is all very slowly making its way east. So it's a long way away from Grand Island, Columbus, Lincoln, Beatrice, but still, this activity is going to try to move east overnight. It kind of fizzles, it strengthens and then fizzles and then strengthens. So this fizzles down here, but then this strengthens up here by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, continues to pull east. Storms just kind of all over the place. When you have this much heat and humidity and moisture, storms just kind of go where it's easiest to go. Then it spreads to the east by Tuesday, maybe a stronger storm here in southeast Nebraska by Tuesday morning, and then everything kind of quiets down, and then more storms start to pop up Tuesday evening out to the west. So tonight, temperatures in the lower and middle 70s, highs tomorrow better, still warm, upper 80s, lower 90s, that's normal, but the dew points better, but still around 70. So the heat index, while not 121 like it is in Columbus right now, but still lower, middle, and upper 90s for that heat index. We continue to be in the upper 80s and lower 90s. This is a very normal summer forecast. I wish I had much cooler temperatures in there. I don't, but we do have quite a few chances for rain. I think the better chance will be Thursday, but small chances Tuesday, Wednesday, and then again on Friday.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. Tonight, we want to honor the life of a man who meant a lot to the people in Nebraska. Kent Boughton died after a battle with cancer. And tonight, our Mackenzie Johnson takes a look back at the legendary forecaster's time, both on and off the air. Mackenzie?
Yeah, it's really hard to find the words that can encompass everything Kent was. A legendary forecaster, a jokester, a mentor to many, and a wonderful man who left an impact everywhere he went. The most important thing in Kent's life was his family, and late last night they shared the sad news that he has passed away. Kent had been battling stage 4 cancer and still managing to do the things he really loved the most. But his family writing, quote, "With profound sadness, we share that Kent died peacefully today, surrounded by the love of his family. Broadcasting the weather was his lifeline, and he was deeply grateful for the community that welcomed him into their homes for so many years." Kent spent decades on televisions across Nebraska and making a mark on countless people, including all of us here at Channel 8. Now, I went back and found a couple of clips from his time here. Take a look.
Well, hot weather today, severe weather tomorrow. Let's see what Kent Boughton thinks in our first forecast. Kent?
Mackenzie, you could call it the calm before the storm. Storms are imminent for us tomorrow night and into Tuesday morning. Some will probably be severe.
Well, how about that St. Patty's Day weather? Let's head on over to forecaster Kent Boughton to check up how it's going right now. Kent?
Mackenzie, just a wee bit windy and a wee bit colder out there today.
That last clip there is one of my absolute favorite memories of Kent. He loved making people laugh, and that was one of his yearly traditions on St. Patrick's Day. I have a million amazing things I could say about Kent. Now, he was always such a genuine guy, and one thing I do want to say is just, you know, how much he really loved his family. He was always talking about his wife, his kids, and grandkids. Now, tonight, my heart really goes out to them while they're dealing with this loss.
Oh, absolutely. And I got pretty close to Kent. You know, we're up there in age, kind of similar, and we hit it off from the day he started here, and considered him a really, really great friend. I think we can all agree our lives, all of us here, are much richer for having Kent be a part of it. We were so fortunate to have him here as a part of our team.
Almost definitely. I think we can count him not only as a colleague, but a really close friend.
Yeah,
so I'm going to have a much longer story tonight at 10 o'clock. We're going to take a look back at Kent throughout the years.
All right, and to Kent's family and loved ones, we want to let you know everyone here is thinking of you during this tough time.
This week, volatile oil and gas prices, President Trump's new tariffs now in effect, the Fed decision on interest rates and the economy, and the escalating war with Iran, where things stand. World News Tonight with David Muir is the #1 newscast in America.
bringing you the most comprehensive local coverage dedicated to serving our community and bringing Lincoln nothing but the best. When you need local trustworthy news, the answer is simple. KLKN, bringing you Nebraska now.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
Visit your Greater Nebraska Chevy dealers today.
Governor Pillen promised to lower Nebraskans' property taxes, which are some of the highest in the country. Pillen didn't lower our property taxes. Instead, he proposed to raise the state sales tax and gave tax cuts to the wealthiest Nebraskans. That's Governor Pillen's tax policy. High property taxes, higher sales tax, tax cuts for the wealthy. Contact Governor Pillen's property tax hotline and tell him to take executive action to lower taxes. Paid for by Your Nebraska.
Father Time is undefeated, but that doesn't mean we can't fight back. At K2 Holistic Health, we offer a variety of hormone and peptide treatments that are designed to give you the energy, vitality, and emotional well-being that you're missing. Don't just accept hormone imbalances and the decline in your quality of life. Get a solution that works, tailored to your unique needs with K2 Holistic Health.
At Organized by Design, we handle all the moving and the organizing process.
Whether you're downsizing, decluttering, or starting fresh in a new home, we take on the details so you never feel overwhelmed. We coordinate movers, bring the supplies, pack, unpack, and set up your new space so it feels complete the moment you arrive. By move-in day, everything is unpacked, your bed is made, the pictures are on the wall. All you have to do is walk into your new space and feel at home.
Call Organized by Design today.
During the back-to-school sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. So outfitting your off-campus studio or secluded study nook is elementary. Find sofas with contemporary elegance and lasting value, to clean lines and Italian leather. Shop dining with modern style and space-saving design, to classic charm with contemporary silhouettes. Affordable beds and versatile rustic comfort, to space-saving bunk beds and duff gray finish. Score the Colorado Twin for only $149.99 or Summit Twin for only $199.99. The back-to-school sale on now at Furniture Row.
New at 5, the Lincoln Police Department is receiving international recognition. LPD's badges are now displayed on an 8-year-old's wall of heroes in Italy. They received a message from a father from northern Italy who shared the story of his son's journey living with type 1 diabetes. The father has been creating this wall of heroes to inspire his son along his journey. So LPD sending badges to continue that inspiration. LPD says they're grateful to now be a part of his story as a piece of Lincoln now lives in Italy. That is a cool story. All right, Rusty, I keep going back to Columbus on your map. What was the heat in? 123?
121, I believe. Yeah, just it's way. I mean, it's when you get these dew points that are in the 80s, which doesn't happen very often around here, and then you have very warm temperatures, you're going to see a heat index that's just incredibly hot. Now, we do have some strong to severe storms in southwestern Nebraska. We're keeping a close eye on those. But here's your temperature. Columbus at 97, 99 in Lincoln. Overnight tonight, we'll see those temperatures eventually drop into the 60s and 70s, which is a little bit better. But we do have those extreme heat warnings through 10 o'clock tonight, heat advisories through 10 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow, better. We're talking about the middle and upper 80s to around 90, still warm, still a little bit of humidity, so the heat index, middle 90s, a lot better than 121, that's for sure. And then highs on Wednesday, actual temperatures in the upper 80s and lower 90s, and again, that heat index a little high.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, World News is coming your way next, and then we'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
Closed